Russia and the U.S. have officially entered into talks on the world situation. Kremlin statement: the conversation between Putin and Trump lasted almost 1.5 hours. The presidents discussed the settlement in Ukraine. Trump spoke in favor of stopping hostilities as soon as possible and solving the problem by peaceful means. Putin responded to Trump by mentioning the need to address the root causes of the conflict. The heads of state talked about issues related to the exchange of Russian and U.S. citizens. The U.S. president assured that the American side will fulfill all the agreements reached. Putin invited Trump to visit Moscow and expressed readiness to receive U.S. officials in Moscow. Putin and Trump agreed to continue personal contacts, including the organization of a face-to-face meeting. Trump's statement: I just had a long and extremely productive phone conversation with Russian President Vladimir Putin. We discussed Ukraine, the Middle East, energy, artificial intelligence, the power of the dollar, and a host of other topics. We both remembered the great history of our nations and the fact that we successfully fought together during World War II, remembering that Russia lost tens of millions of people, and we also lost so many. We talked about the strengths of our countries and the great benefits our cooperation would one day bring. But above all, as we both agreed, we want to stop the loss of millions of lives in the war between Russia and Ukraine. President Putin even used my very strong campaign slogan, health. We both firmly believe in it. We agreed to work together very closely, including visits to our countries. We also agreed that our teams will begin negotiations immediately, and the first step will be to call Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky to inform him of our conversation. I'll do that right now. I have tasked Secretary of State Marco Rubio, CIA Director John Ratcliffe, National Security Advisor Michael Waltz, and Ambassador and Special Representative Steve Witkoff to lead the talks, which I am absolutely confident will succeed. Millions of people have died in a war that would not have happened if I were president, but it has happened, and now it must be stopped. There must be no more casualties. I want to thank President Putin for his time and effort in this conversation, and for yesterday's release of Mark Vogel, a remarkable man whom I personally met last night at the White House. I believe this effort will come to a successful conclusion, and hopefully very soon.